Welcome to Grandpa Pat's Mini Holidays Bow Making. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to start off with a 1-inch bow making jig. The plans are available. Please click on the link below. We're going to start by cutting out the backer piece, and this is to support the bow. Cut out a square about a ½ inch. And we're going to take a felt tip marker and color in the backer piece the same color or similar to the ribbon itself. Next thing we're going to do is take a needle and thread, and I've already pre-threaded the needle. I'm going to show you a little trick here. Lick your finger and wrap the thread around the index finger all the way around, and then spin it 5, 6, 7 revolutions. See how it keeps spinning it? Grab it with your other finger and just pull it tight. This makes for a quite substantial bow, and it does prevent from pulling through. So, the next thing we want to do is pick up the backer piece. We're going to push that needle through the white side so that the green side is facing up. We set that aside. The next thing we do is we grab the ribbon. Now, one of the most important things about the ribbon is anchoring that tail end. This is necessary in order to maintain tension as we wrap it around the posts. So we wrap it around the post, and the next thing we want to do is we want to twist the inside so it's facing up and push that needle through the center. Take the side facing the post and twist it down. Again, the side facing the post up, side facing the post down, twist it up, side facing the post, twist it down, twist it up, and we just keep doing that. And we keep adding as many loops to the bow as we've decided that we want. And this is a way to create a wide variety of bows. You can change the amount of loops by making a robust bow. Go 6, 8, 10, 12 loops, though 12 is daunting. You can also just make a standard bow tie using either 2 loops or 4 and putting a knot in the center. So this is the process that we go through. And we just keep twisting it, pushing it over that center needle, and that's really important that we push that over the center needle. Twist it around, and we're going to just add one more loop here, and this should wrap it up. Well, maybe one more. Let's make this one really full. So we just keep on wrapping, and here is going to be our final loop, and now we're just going to cut off that tail end. I seem to have a challenge cutting ribbon. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take the forceps. Now you see quite a stack there of loops. What we want to do is we want to clamp these. So we're going to take the forceps. You see it's a unique shape. It's used in the piercing industry to hold sponges. And we clamp on the stack of loops. And disconnect the anchored piece. Next thing we do is we grab the needle with the backer. And we push that through the center of the bow through the back. Pull that all the way through and just put it in the hole left by the T-headed pin that's in the jig. Remove it from the forceps. And now what we're going to do is we're going to spin the loops around that common center, which is the thread that we just pushed through the center. And you can see as you spin it around, the loops start taking position. There's always a challenge with loops being embedded in one another, so sometimes you do need to take a tweezers and pull those out. But again, this is about spacing the loops equidistant around that center point so that it looks proper. And we just keep on moving those around till we get them where we want. And that's starting to look pretty good right there. The next thing we need to do is re-clamp that bow using the forceps. And what this does is this holds all the loops into position so we can lock them up by adding a couple of stitches. So you can see here we center that stitch right in the center of the forceps. And once we have it where we want it, then we clamp it down. This aids dramatically in being able to push that needle through multiple layers of ribbon. If you don't clamp it, it becomes very challenging to sew these together. But by clamping it, it makes it quite easy. It holds the loops in position. You really want to add 3, 4 stitches. Think of an X or a plus sign. This helps aid in locking those in the spot. On this particular bow, we're going to add a bead. And I usually use 1/8 inch pearlized beads. However, you can use metallic beads. You can use any sort of a different kind of bead, or even a small charm or medallion that you think would look really good in the middle. Now, the challenge with adding a bead is when you push that needle through the bag, the thread tends to point up. The hole of the bead is facing out from the bow, and what we really want to do is we want that hole to be parallel with the face of the bow. So we need to keep twisting the bead, pulling the needle, twist it again, pull the needle, twist it again, pull the needle, so that hole is parallel with the face of the bow. I'm going to add a couple of locking stitches just to make sure everything stays put. Two will usually do it, and so we'll just add one more, and that should complete the sewing portion of the bow. Next thing we have to do is trim off that backer. And what we want to do is trim the backer so that the only thing that's left is the colored area that we marked up with the green felt tip marker. So we just keep trimming that. Notice I'm pushing the loops out of the way with the scissors before I cut that backer. And make sure we don't cut the loops accidentally. So we just finish that off. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off the tail end of the ribbon. And we want those cut at a diagonal so they match the direction of the loops. This will help make them disappear so they are visible. And now we've wrapped it up. That pretty much is the bow. We'll do a final adjustment with regards to the loops and their final positions, and that's how you make a bow with the bow making jig. Now that's a fixed diameter jig. Also have a independently, simultaneously adjustable bow making jig. This is a little more complex to make, and I'll be sharing the instructions on that in the future. Here are some examples of some of the bows that we've made. You can see this is how this bow looks on top of the dresser. Thanks for stopping by. We do